All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to chriskonklevlogs, weekly live stream every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Edmonton. I go live, and we talk about the future of construction, the future of the future of construction, new technology trends that are coming very soon, and even further in the future. What they are, what they mean for us, and today we're talking about RFID chips inside of humans. So right away, my stance on this subject is, I love tech. And I think there's a lot of conspiracy theories on this subject. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide what you think, whether it's ethical, moral, good, evil, bad, whatever, right? I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. If you're on the replay, make sure you leave us a comment. I want to hear what you think of RFID chips in humans. If something we talked about here today, we didn't mention that you think you should add to the discussion, please do. Please let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you, and yeah, so it's simple as that. I got a little volume issue on the side here, so I got the laptop running today. I just wanted to make sure that all of my yeah, Big Brother is watching, Dan. You bet. Yeah, Big Brother's always going to be watching, no matter what, I think. And yeah, it's the chips inside of us. Can mean a lot of things, right? But like our first links today. We're going to be going into it's a company called R3, and the reason why I chose to talk about R3 is I have a friend who's the guy who owns the vape store, right? He also has Bitcoin ATMs, and he's a Bitcoin miner as well, right? So he goes to these blockchain type blockchain convention type, right? And that's where he got this information on a company called R3 and what they're doing with the banking, with bank systems. Good morning, my love. Good morning, Courtney. Wow, you're up early. Yeah, Courtney was out with the girls last night. Didn't get home till late. So, yeah, she's up early. Good stuff. Nice to see you guys. So, right away. Okay, so guys, the links are in the video description. Okay, try to check back. Of course, Dan. You betcha. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about your trip. Yeah, you guys are on a trip right now, right? If I'm right, is that right, Dad? So I hope you guys had fun, and yeah, definitely like to hear about it. So yeah, so the links in the description for everybody watching on the replay. I do this research every week, and I research a certain subject, and then I make these short links, right, through Bitly. So I wanted to show you, you know what? Actually, let's just kind of jump right over. I'll show you. Here we are. Here's the video page. Okay, so here are the links in the description. There's 15 links today, plus I added 3 bonus videos. So we try to go over all the pages in the live stream. Sometimes we don't get all of them in. Actually, no, I think we always do. I always end up seeming to squeeze them all in, but I go through a lot of trouble to put these links together. Okay, and like you got to name them. You gotta first I gotta do all the research and find them, and then you gotta copy them over to Bitly and create short links for them, and then you gotta put them in your descriptions. So a lot of work goes into the short links. So I hope you guys take advantage of them. So anybody wanting to do research on any of the subjects that I've talked about in my live streams, past, like like now and in the past, they all of them have links on that subject, and they're very good resources, okay? Because I weed out all the garbage that you get in the Google searches, like the commercial stuff, and I put together a solid trail of research. And from any of these pages, you can branch out as well and do your own research. And I just want to say, like, we have so much information now on this channel that I really hope that you guys on the replays and start spreading the word. Spread the word. You guys want to learn about technology, how it applies to construction, and even not how you know, if you're just interested in that tech, okay? Because like designers and engineers and project managers and big company owners and stuff like that, they're all going to be using this tech and software that I cover. So the subjects are we've done this is probably we've done at least a couple dozen live streams already. So I've done a lot of research. We put a lot of resources together. They're all in the video descriptions, and I just encourage you guys to use them and spread the word, man. Spread the word about Chris Konkle Vlogs, and get some people over here to the live stream, yeah, and on the replays, right? This is good information. So, hey, good morning, Eddie's in the house. Cool, man. Very cool. Nice to see you, buddy. Good morning. So there, that's the links. Okay, so there, I've done that. Sometimes I neglect when I'm doing my live streams to mention them. So I wanted to kind of explain today, you know, that please take advantage of the links in the video descriptions. They're there for I put them together for you. All right, so on to R3. Oh, and one last thing. I put a link for Jeffrey Eatley as well, so anyone can copy that and paste it into their social media. Okay, so this is Jeff's GoFundMe page for his trip to Vietnam with his father. So yeah, I want to help spread the word for him as well. So, and of course, you guys know the donation link for my Streamlabs is also in the video descriptions, and I posted it at the thing. But the first thing anyone has got to do is got to get on the Discord, and that's where you can request me to research a topic for you as well. In there's a channel there, you know. But yeah, the first thing you got to do is get on my Discord. Okay, the R3 story. So R3, I'm doing very well actually, Eddie. How are you and Christina doing? I wonder what are you guys doing today for your live stream? I'm always curious to see what they got going on. Your real estate was where Christina. She goes live every Sunday as well, and yeah, it's usually like a walkthrough of like a property or a neighborhood. So it's really good. Okay, so R3 is an enterprise blockchain software firm. Okay, so blockchain, we're talking like is the technology that is used for Bitcoin, right? And it's actually a really secure, highly encrypted, like I want to say file transfer system, or like object-based transfer system or something like that. I don't know. It's like, anyways, these guys are the guys who are going to get this stuff pumped up, right? Like these guys are working to get all the banks together into one currency, and the RFID chips. Oh, you're hitting some more stores today. Okay, cool, man. Very cool, dude. Brandon, what's up, dude? So yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. There's some big business, big companies involved in this. So let's say, okay, so Corda is the software that like, you know, Microsoft Windows. So R3 Corda, right? It's crazy stuff. Okay, like these guys are talking like my buddy who went to this convention. He was telling me how these guys are so excited, how this is going to change the world. Everything's going to be like, you know, it's crazy. So yeah, they're super excited. Yeah, so 200 members and partners across multiple industries from both the private and public sectors to develop on Corda, our open source blockchain platform, and Corda Enterprise, a commercial version for enterprise usage. Our global team of over 180 professionals in 13 countries is supported by over 2,000 technology, financial, and legal experts drawn from our global member base. Our Corda platform is already being used in industries from financial services to healthcare, shipping, insurance, and more. It records, manages, executes institutions' financial agreements in perfect synchrony with their peers, creating a world of frictionless commerce. Okay, so frictionless commerce. It's insane, the money. Look at that. Estimated operating and capital costs savings in financial services from blockchain, $35 billion. Source, Bain 2017. Okay. So yeah, this is the start of something. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, I think Eddie works for security systems. Don't you do security systems, Eddie, or something like that? What does Eddie do? I thought it was low voltage, like security lines or something, security systems or something. CCTV maybe and stuff like that. But it's insane. This stuff is. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Probably about maybe halfway through, we'll watch a video and I'll tell you what I think about all this. But I definitely, this is a subject that can definitely draw a lot of criticism, and the controversy will surround it because of the conspiracy theorists, right? The conspiracy nuts. But I definitely, I see pros and cons, but I definitely am leaning more one way than the other. So the profit pools and the dynamics, we want to be writing the story. Vince, hey, what's up, Vince? How's it going, man? Oh, awesome, man. Very cool, dude. Very cool. Yeah, I saw your video you dropped this morning. In case anyone missed it, Vince dropped the video this morning. Tundra, was it TD34? Tundra Dude 34 sent him keychain and some stickers, and I like that how you do those videos, Vince, and you know, like the boxing type videos when you get something in the mail. It's really cool of you, man. Yeah, and it's fun. Eh? That totem pole of yours is gonna be full one day. It's gonna be like, you're gonna be like pinning stuff on top of stuff, right? No, I know that. Hey, Vince, I agree, right? Like, you don't have to be a nut to want your privacy, and I don't think that that's the issue with these. I mean, it could be, I guess, but people could take advantage of the software or the technology, but they can do that now, right? They can just like, you don't have, if somebody really wants to be watching you and monitoring you now, they can. I don't think the chip isn't going to change that. Yeah, you're right, Vince. It is all about the community, and the whole community is around VCG and your real estate whisperer, and the community we have growing here. It's full of amazing people, man, like really good people, and creators too, video creators. We have probably more video creators than non-video creators, like, you know, highly active in these communities. It's amazing. It's really cool, right? It's a lot of fun too, right? A lot of, you know, nobody, you know, you can't take things too seriously, right? We all come here to kind of kick back and relax and have fun, right? Yeah, right on. Yeah, it is going to be implanted in a person, Vince. So, you know what? Let's jump over to, let's see here. Is it this video? Okay, it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm going to play it. Let me know if you can't hear audio on that. You should be able to hear the audio. It's just a low, like it's low volume.
Stockholm and a nondescript building has been converted into a high-tech office space. But look under the skin to find something really futuristic.
People who work here can be chipped to gain entry to the building and various services. I've just been chipped myself. It's not a painless process, but it doesn't last too long, not too difficult. Minor surgical procedure, which basically involves a little chip the size of, I suppose, of a grain of rice being inserted under your skin.
I don't think I'd want a guy with that.
And you can then go off and have it programmed and then do various things inside the building.
Here's Hannah Shawblood, who is in charge of this whole chipping operation in this building. Now, you've been chipped yourself. Where's your chip?
Yeah, I have a chip right here, which I use to access the entire office.
So let's see if we can get into this particular
This is how I do it.
Okay.
No need for passcodes.
And
we're in. So,
Yeah.
what else can you use this for?
Oh, I open the front door, I open various office rooms, I unlock my smartphone, my computer, I unlock my bike, all kinds of things that are now part of the greater connected Internet of Things. If we help show people that this is really not that complicated, it's making our lives easier, I think people will actually welcome this. We want to be able to understand this technology before big corporates and big government come to us and say, hey, everyone should get chipped, the tax authority chip, or the Google chip or Facebook chip.
Yes, yes, it is. It's a low frequency, like a radio. It's like it's a radio signal, right? Low frequency signal, and that's exactly RFID is what they put into. That's how they do it. Yes, it's the same tech that goes into barcodes and stuff like that. So you see that, eh? How they have the wristbands that are unlocking everything and paying for everything. Well, instead of the wristband, it's going to be a chip, right? Yeah, number of the beast, 666, all this stuff going on. All this stuff going on, right? So I honestly don't know if I found one video that, or like, people are really skeptical about this. They really don't like it. They feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel uncomfortable. But I just, I think it's a little, you know, I mean, our Hollywood and the media really, really, how do I say, I don't know, man, like just gave us kind of a false sense or false perception of it, right? The trade and barter industry will rise, and I hope so. That would be good if it did. Yeah, money definitely has ruined this world. It has divided us, and it has definitely caused great unbalance in the world. Yeah, it's become the symbol, the thing of power, right? And it's awful. It's awful that we value it so much. So this is the thing, right? So right now we have all of our license and our credit cards and health cards and all this stuff, and it always has to be renewed and stuff like that. I just think it would be, you know, it would be good to have that all in one spot, right? And if it was a little tiny microchip in your hand, per se, you know, it could hold a lot of information. It could, you know, it could definitely do a lot of things. Hey, All About Vehicles is here. What's up, my man? How's it going? Ow. Did you get your homework done this weekend, my man? Oh man, he's good at research but doesn't like the homework. But so yeah, we're talking about RFID chips in humans. So yes, the answer to that question, Vince, is yes, they will be implanted into us, into humans. Yeah, the thing is like they're RFID, but they're not GPS. Okay, so they're not. I have no homework. I'm just bugging you because you were talking about it on your live stream. Remember, we're talking about homework, and yeah, you just don't like homework. But it's cool, man. Yeah, so if it had GPS, and you know, but like we're already, like everyone has, isn't already easy to steal info from? I have heard of people using scanners. Oh, yeah, for sure you could. I'm sure there's always going to be a way to hack it and steal. I think that there'll be different. It would have to be very secure though. Like I could see that being an issue maybe. Because of the what it is. You'd have to like flash the memory to update software, right? Or the code, right? That runs it. yeah, okay, so I think that I think that yeah, I mean they can track us with our cell phones. Right? Our cell phones have GPS. It's this is kind of crazy. Okay, like there's the big companies are involved in this, and you want to know how they're going to get everybody on board, like how they're going to get everybody to get chipped and stuff like that. This is the scariest part of this whole thing. Okay, other than this, just a couple of facts. I actually like this technology. Okay, but the what they're gonna do is, I don't know if you guys have heard of this yet, but Google actually is the company behind this, trying to get people to have like a license to get on the internet, right? So that your internet usage can be tracked, right? Easier, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna tell people that it's a way to deter terrorists from gathering and communicating and grouping together and stuff like that, right? Which that's a bunch of bull, right? They're going to do that anyway, no matter what, right? This is what they're going to do. They're going to make it a passport. You're going to need it to get onto the internet, and that's how what kid is not going to want that, right? Every kid is going to want that. And there's only going to be very few parents who could stop that from happening, because if they do try, there'll be black market chips. There'll be, you know what I mean, that'll just drive another criminal enterprise, right? So this is kind of neat. But I don't think this is the technology that's gonna do it. My vision for this stuff is I see a system where we can integrate human with machine, right? Easier than with, like, because right now we have to use car keys, we have to use credit cards, so we're using cards and keys, and we got all this stuff, right, that unlocks things and shows people things, and all this stuff we got to keep track of, right? So if we can put that all together into one place, and have GPS in it, but have all that stuff into one place, and have it so that you still have the authority to control it 100%, right? So you can turn features on and off. You can lock things, encrypt things. We you know what I mean? Like using, like, say, DNA codes or something like that, right? That would make it so secure that somebody would need wouldn't need a blood sample from you or something like that, which would be hard to get, I guess. But anyways, like, the point is, there's ways to make it really secure, and more secure than how we have it now, right? Because, like, we lose our wallet, some bad stuff can happen, right? And there's a lot of things that can go wrong with the system we have now. So I think that it will minimize the risk and make people more productive, and that way, when you need to renew your licenses or whatever, it's not like a renewal, it's almost like a subscription now, right? So they're automatically depositing or taking the funds out of your accounts, and you're paying for everything. It just makes things easier. Now, why I think it's cool and why I would want to do it is, for all those reasons. Yeah, I like that. But if it could start recording your body, right? Like, if you can start getting historical data on yourself, right, and health reports on yourself, and this thing can monitor your vitals and all that, and it can report when things are irregular, and could say you got to go get a checkup or something like that. It could tell you you need to go see a doctor about this or whatever. Gives you, and it also has all your medical records on it. So when you get into, say you get covered in concrete at a job site, something collapses, heaven forbid that ever happens to anybody, but just hypothetical, say there's a collapse or something in a mine or a building, and the workers are trapped. So the ones who, like, with the chips and GPS and stuff like that, you can find them a lot quicker. And also too, when there's a big pile up of people. It'll identify them, and you have all their medical records right there, so you can treat them quicker. It just so you can locate them, treat them, all those positives, right? So, and then the convenience of it, like holding all of your, say, your trade tickets and your safety tickets. So you're now in a database. Think of it as like a union, a workers union. So if companies like just manage their business and hired labor from the labor pool, say, these chips, this technology can, we can, develop databases so that companies can put in the criteria, and then the companies would pick, the companies would put in the criteria for the workers that are the type of skills that they need, and then the database will match work with workers type thing, right? Yeah, and you know what, Eddie, and I think like it has to be a choice in all of this, right? You can't take away people's right to choose, man. To make it something like you have to get it or you can't get on the internet, something like that. That's awful, man. That's awful. Like I think you need to have choice always, right? Yeah. Yeah, right now it is because we're younger, but and yeah, you're right. Like you definitely you can't just jump into things without doing your homework. You gotta make sure it's safe, and some things, yeah, like I would definitely sign up to be a guinea pig and try. This thing here, I think, I don't know, I don't see the harm in it. Like I said, I don't really have anything at all to hide, and I don't really care about, like, when I just don't feel like we have any privacy anyway, so it wouldn't really make any sense. It doesn't make any, just for me, right? But I like that, Eddie. I always wanted to do that, live off the land and off grid, and that's my all-time dream. I love that, Eddie. It'd be awesome. Good morning, Christina. Good morning. How are you? Oh man. So demilitarized zone. So it's not keeping data private with coordinated sharing it via the internet presents another more immediate problem. Most companies have their own highly secured data centers and run their existing applications on their own. So behind lots of firewalls. Yeah, there's a lot of yeah, so they have sleeves now for credit cards, so they can't be demagnetized when a person walks by you, and that's right. I mean, you could definitely there's going to be security on them for sure, right? So like this is definitely a preference thing. You got to have you have to yeah, you just got to pick and choose, right? Like I was saying, you always have to have that choice. You can't take away that choice ever. And it's your preference, right? It's going to be hard to compete though with, people who don't have, people who have the tech and people who don't. Oh, like people who have the tech generally come out on top, right? Because, if the higher ups, they make it that way, right? So you have to, you have to get on board, or you get you get drugged through the mud, or you get re-educated, or like they always find a way to get you on board. So I think from hobby to lobby, hobby lobby. Oh, okay, I see, like a hobby store. That's cool. Like arts and crafts time. Excuse me. So yeah, like the Corda software is these are the guys. If you want to watch out for this technology, R3 Google, they're going to be they're the ones who are going to do this, right? Like R3 is into the banking, the blockchain banking, right? And I just thought that this is insane how many banks and like how big this is. Like, okay, so 11 member banks of the R3 Consortium, a collaborative group of the world's largest and most influential banks and financial institutions, including Barclays, BMO Financial Group, Credit Suisse, maybe? I don't know what that is, but Commonwealth Bank of Australia, HSBC, Natixis, Royal Bank of Scotland, TD Bank, UBS, UniCredit, and Wells Fargo. Wow. Those are big names, right? Those are really big names. So, have connected on the centralized Ethereum-based blockchain network. So that's right. So everyone has servers, like server rooms of their own, right? So data centers. So every company has their own data center, and the idea behind this is amalgamating and making one data source, right? And having a higher level of encryption. But this is like the theory, like behind this is like trustless banking and trustless web browsing are two keywords that you would want to search when diving into this subject, right? Amelia, good morning, Amelia. Love you, my little sweetie. Yeah, it was cool. I was with the girls last night. It was just me and the girls. Like I was saying, Courtney was out with her girls, her friends, and so yeah, I was with my 2 daughters last night. It was fun. It was really nice, and just watched a couple movies, did some arts and crafts, you know. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was really cool. So, peer-to-peer technology to process and settle international transactions within the network. So yeah, this is all talking about globalization, right? Which is, globalization. It's inevitable, right? It's definitely inevitable. So as we get bigger, we're gonna have to figure out better ways to deal with everything, right? Because it's a mess right now. Everything's disconnected, all right? And we're trying to connect it all from the back end by using the internet, right? The Internet of Things, the web, right? The cloud. That's how we're trying to stitch it back up from the backside forward, right? So yeah, I think it's just rethink it, and this is good. This is kind of cool stuff, right? So the Bosch Blaze measures would work for measuring cabinets. Inside to inside, yeah, it would. It would. The turbo tour at the end. Islands, no, it's not going to measure things like that. It's not going to measure how long an island is or anything like that. You need to have because that's just the pointer, right? You can only measure things that, from end to end, right? You need to be able to point it. So that's not how those things work, right? You gotta. So those things are really cool. Like I use those pointers when I'm framing walls that are on angles, or through X braces and stuff like that. I use that pointer to measure the because I have to laser my laser every single stud in on an angled wall like that. So you laser every stud in because you can't draw your tape to mark your centers, because if you go sideways down like that, all your you know what I mean? So it doesn't work like that. So you have to laser every center in, and then you can point the pointer measure tools or whatever, and right from the ground, just boom, 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 write your measurements on the track, and there you go, man. It's awesome. The X papers. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Eddie, if you do that, but why wouldn't you just pull out a tape measure and measure it in like 2 seconds? I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, so guys, like, look at this stuff. Like this is some big time stuff. Okay, like the RFID chips were already approved by the FDA to be put in humans, and that was back in 2004. Right? So look at this, Nakamoto. Why is that name? I always hear that guy. Defies the concept of blockchain technology introduced in the Bitcoin white paper drafted by, oh, that's why, Nakamoto 8 years ago. To secure and confirm transactions. The Bitcoin network, for example, is considered to be an unbreakable technology. Yeah. So Bitcoins are really neat. Millions of miners and leading mining firms worldwide. Yeah, I can't believe how like how Bitcoins are made. You know how they're made? You farm electricity, right? And you turn electricity into money somehow. It's crazy. I don't know how it works. It's insane. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, RFID tech came out. Oh my gosh. I would say it was a long time ago, dude. I want to say like, like radio. It's just radio frequency, right? So as long as we've had barcode scanners, you've had RFID, right? So yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, so currently only 11 banks store that R3 gets over that. Maybe so R3, like, it's big money too. Okay, so $750 million. Wow, 11.1% of the market cap of Bitcoin. It's really crazy. That's really big time money. I'm gonna go through here, see if there's anything. Oh yeah, why the negativity? Yeah. So these pages talk about protocol, yeah, whatever, R3 and stuff like that. I think I may have gotten a little too crazy with getting these pages together, but this is for people who want to seriously research this topic. If you're in the replay, check out the links are in the description. I'm going to jump over through these real quick and get into the actual chip pages on the second half up here, because that's really the neat stuff. Yeah, it's crazy how long it's like this has been around for a long time, but I honestly think that our computer, our computers, think about the first computer and think how that technology is rapidly advancing all the time, right? It's improving and changing. We needed that to catch up, right? So we could process the amount of data that this stuff is going to produce, right? Like, we're talking about one central database, basically, one major computer, but built across the world, connected on the network, right? But all the data being also just like encrypted, right? But it's blockchain, so it's spread all over the world, right? And yeah, so when your personal information now is going to be inside of you, right? All of your information that you need is in one chip inside of you. And so that's your key to that network, right? That's where I see it going. For construction workers, I think that it would be neat to, like, you could use it to start and stop equipment, right? To run equipment. It could also tell if you're licensed to operate that equipment. It could tell that say you something happens while you're operating equipment, right? It could have an emergency stop. There's certain things that like that. I think it's kind of neat to think about. But check this out. So over 10,000 people have now received a permanent human RFID microchip implant. Okay, so if 10,000 people are walking around with these chips in them. This is the little tiny, looks like this is the needle they use to insert the chip, right? So just this little tiny, this thing is, so we saw it's the size of like a nickel, it's just the size of a coin, right? A small coin. Get multiple chip like a tattoo. Eddie, I'm telling you, man, do a Google search on the Google mind reading tattoos. Okay, mind reading tattoos. Okay, by Google. That's freaky stuff too. But yeah, definitely show everyone my chips. That's funny. I'm gonna actually just go. I'm gonna write it down. Google, mind reading tattoos. I don't know if I know this. Tattoos. Yeah. So yeah, if you do a search on that, that's something that they're doing. Google is like, man, they're the culprits behind this stuff. Like, you know, there's this woman, I guess, who works for Google who is quite a player, and you know, can get things done, like can, you know, get things mandatory, right? So that's the bad thing about this whole thing, right? Companies get that kind of power and want to you know, abuse it, right? Get things mandated and legislated so that people have to buy them or use them. That's insane, right? This is totally, it's not right at all. It's not right, in my opinion. And that's the problem with all this tech, guys, is like, you know, it seems like eventually every single company goes to that dark side. They go to the dark side, and they get greedy, and yeah, it's not fair. Like what they do to us with the media and the manipulation, and they use our government, right, against us and get things legislated and stuff like that, right? It's just, it's not cool, man. And yeah, like until we start voting for people who are actually, you know, real people, and people who, you know, don't just have their own agendas and stuff like that, like, you know, remember that's just gonna get worse and worse, right? It's gonna get worse. But yeah, it's awful. It's really awful. So, but like I said, like, I mean, I love the technology. I love all of this technology. I love it. It's just I disagree with how companies go about using it and you know, implementing it, right? So here's a video of it getting here's a video, yeah, of it getting so if you're squeamish, look away. Yeah, squeamish, look away. But yeah, so this is how it gets installed. Look how tiny it is, eh? Just a little tiny chip.
This is the fun part.
A big one too, eh? Like a big one.
Man.
He's getting shot. And again, a guy with his tattoos and everything putting it in. The belly button chip.
I'll open it up. Yeah, thank you.
Just like that, eh? Just like that. So, isn't that? So there you go. Yeah, there's your interface with your cell phone. So yeah, you're right. So that transmission of data from your hand to your phone could be hacked, I'm sure, right? But like I was saying, they got to be close range, and you got to be a target. Like people are going to need to want to, you know, you're gonna have to be a target. Like, you know, I'm sure normal people aren't gonna, you know, have this tech that can go around stealing that, you know, out of the air, right? So, yeah, clamp the belly buttons and chip. That's the plan, Eddie. That's the plan. That's what I hear. They want to ultimately, yeah, when babies are born, chip them. You know, no, you didn't have to retract that, man. You're right, man. Hell to the no. Babies aren't old enough to make the decisions, right? I think that's not acceptable at all. If anything, you should be minimum age 16 or 18 to get one, right? Maybe even 18, you know? So let's say 18. You gotta go through school, get to high school done, before you can even have the option of getting one, right? And yes, chipping babies, that's fucked up. That's messed up shit. Okay, and it's totally wrong. It's absolutely fucking wrong. So yeah, you can't. They don't have a choice, man. They don't have that choice, and that's the thing. People always have to have the choice. You cannot take the choice away, and it's scary. That's what they. But that's what they want. I'm sure of it. Like, that's how they roll, right? It's awful, man. But yeah, so I don't think that you would need anything like that. You don't need that kind of technology. You don't need all that before the age of 18. You should be able to be just a kid and grow up and have fun, do whatever, and then you can have a chip when you're older, if you want one, right? So that's the fact that they might make this your passport into the internet. That's also a disgusting fact as well, right? But that's the kind of shit they pull to get people on board. So yeah, that should never be. Those two things. No. See, I think you got to be 18 before you get one, and 2, it should not be a passport to anything, right? You should not have to have this to get into the internet, for example. Okay, that's just stupid, right? You got to use the stuff for good reasons, right? And just the concepts alone are awful, evil reasons, right? But yeah, so FDA approves computer chip for humans. This is article. See, so was that October? Yeah, October 13th, 2004. A belly button tramp chip, face chip like Tyson, sleeve chip. Oh, totally face chip. I'd go with the Tyson face chip for sure. Oh man. So yeah, so a medical milestone or privacy invasion. A tiny computer chip approved Wednesday for implantation in a patient's arm can speed vital information about a patient's medical history to doctors and hospitals. But critics warn that it could open new ways to imperil the confidentiality of medical records. Like, who the hell wants somebody's medical records anyways? Like who cares about medical records, honestly? Like, the only person they're good for is the person they belong to. So who cares, right? And nobody wants that stuff. Okay, so don't worry about that. The security of medical records is not the issue, right? It's about power and access, right? So doctors want to keep that power. They want to keep the records themselves. Making it easier to access, it lowers their money in there, like, that they can generate, right? Because a lot of the money they make is paid to them by insurance companies. It's crazy. So anyways, so Applied Digital Solutions of Delray Beach, Florida. Hey, right on. Will Rose not here, but yeah, there you go. Applied Digital Solutions of Delray Beach, Florida. Could market the Very chip. So Very chip must be the product name. I don't know, maybe. I don't think mine are. Mine are not on the internet. I think I had to go and get my doctor to send my medical records to like, I do have a yeah, Vince, that's another good point. Very good point. They should not be using the data collected for those shady things like that. They shouldn't be. They should not have access to any part of information that does not directly apply to them. And medical records do not apply to banks, right? And I get that, right? If you have heart conditions, or if you have family medical history, even, right? Over time, over generations, this network of information is going to store historical data of family medical records. So all your family history is now going to be available, right? So they can definitely shit, man, what a good point, Vince. Like, yeah, you know, this information should not be used for those kind of purposes, right? There has to be rules, man. There has to be. They cannot be a free for all. You should have the choice of disclosing what to who, always. Okay, so yeah. Check on my growth. I don't know what you mean by that. Did you check on my growth? Oh, oh God, I think I got that. Yeah, it was 2004, Eddie. Was when the FDA. Oh, hey, you know what? Hold on here. Actually, Americans will receive a microchip implant in 2017. Okay, hold on here. I do know the answer to that question. Where? Hold on. Here's the wiki. Maybe it's in here. I do have that answer. It's definitely in one of these pages. So April. So yeah, look at that. The first experiments with an RFID implant were carried out in 1998. 1998 by the British scientist Kevin Warwick. His implant was used to open doors, switch on lights, and cause verbal output within a building. After 9 days, the implant was removed and has since been held in the Science Museum. Okay, so in March 2009, another scientist had an advanced glass capsule RFID device surgically implanted into his left hand. In April 2010, Gasson's team demonstrated how a computer virus could wirelessly infect his implant and then be transmitted onto other systems. Oh my God, did you hear that? So you don't even talk to a doctor anymore. They all are looking into a computer now. Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right, dude. Eddie, man, yeah, you're absolutely 100% right. That every single time. Yeah, every single time I go to the doctor as well, he's typing the whole damn time because he has to type a report, and then he has to type out a prescription or whatever. But yeah, you're right. You know, you get to talk to him maybe face to face for like 2% of the time that you're there. It's awful, actually, man. That's where things like, you know, Amazon Alexa, voice activated voice things need to start getting implanted, right? Or getting put into play, right? Like a computer virus. So was transmitted to the device, and that virus was like a Trojan horse, and it transmitted the data on the chip to other computers. So that's what you got to be careful, right? But it took them a year to figure it out, I guess. So yeah, this is tech you got to be careful with. But like I was saying, man, if people want your stuff, like, you know, they're gonna get it. But yeah, you got to be careful. You got to make sure there's security, right? You can't just okay, so I don't know if it talks about in Congress in this article, commercial implants, medical records, building access and security, so possible future applications. Congress did pass that. I will say that they did. Yes, I'll get you the date in a second for sure. Oh, I think right here, legislature in December 2008. Or no, in 2017. Yeah, problem. So, yeah, implants in athletes so that they can monitor the, you know, so that, you know, they don't, because you can use steroids for so long, and then you just go off the dope to pee clean for an event. It's very simple, right? So this way they would monitor the athlete the entire time, right? So cancer. spy chips. Look at this. Like, there's a lot of conspiracy theory around this stuff. Like, it is a hated subject. Like, nobody wants chips. They don't want chips. You know, the majority of people, it seems, right? So, yeah, you know what? I mean, I don't think RFID chips are the answer, to tell you the truth. And I think the tech is going to change. Like, this is, to me, kind of Stone Age technology, right? Like, I don't see, like, and look at how barbaric it is when it's implanted. So, it's surgically, it's actually implanted by a tattoo and a piercing guy, because it's like, that's how barbaric the methods are here, right? So, this is just theory, guys. Like, I don't think RFID chips are the answer. They're not the last step. There's going to be something else. It'll be definitely changing. Okay. And I think that I love this idea. Like, even if it's not implanted, or if it's just like a wearable device even, but, you know, it has to be secure. There's something that I would love to get rid of my wallet. I hate carrying wallets. I never carry them anyway. I either leave it in my car, or I leave it in my at home. Like, I you know how many times I drive without my wallet, you know, in my license, for crying out loud, because I hate wallets. I hate carrying shit, and I hate having to keep track of everything. Like, I like having to keep track of when to frickin' renew your license and all this, and keeping your health card safe, because you're not allowed to laminate the damn thing, and it's a piece of paper in your social insurance card, all this stuff, right? Like, man, oh man, you gotta keep track of a lot of stuff. I would love it to be in one spot. Boom, no more paper, no more nothing. Just, yeah, something that had all my stuff. So, okay, so Healthcare Act of 2014, and yeah, okay. One of these videos, yeah, Congress passes bill to start putting RFID chips in humans. This was published in 2016. So this guy here, let's see here. What he's got a link. Oh, connection's not private. Okay, that's weird. Oh, hold on here. I know why. All right, never mind. I'm not going in there. So yeah, it was passed by Congress. That was really neat. That was not more Apple Wallet or stuff like that. Okay, so for one, I don't like Apple. Like, is that Macintosh, Mac, Apple? Macintosh. What I really love is when, I don't know if you guys know about like Tor browsing and the blockchain and Bitcoin and stuff like that. Well, when I'm browsing, like, there's two things, right? You have a wallet, right? And a keychain. So your keychain holds all your passcodes for all of your sites and different things, right? You usually have your keychain on a USB chip. All right, and same thing with your wallet too. Your wallet's a digital wallet, holds all your money and stuff like that, right? And Bitcoins and stuff like that. So, yeah, you can put those two things, you know, together, and that's what I'm kind of talking about, right? Like, the answer is definitely in the blockchain. That's no question. That encryption, that way of that method of, you know, file transfer is amazing, right? You can't be beaten. Yeah, so you have to even decrypt it at the end. It's insane. So, yeah. So definitely anything but this. Like, what got now is like so old school, man. Like, wallets and paper. We still have to have card for everything. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, we don't need all these cards, man. Not with this tech that we got. So now the tech is catching up. That's what I mean. Like, we didn't have the processing power like we do now, right? And that's what we've been waiting for, right? The tech's been there. The concept's been there. That's what we've been waiting for. Oh my god. So yeah. Anyways. look at this stuff. So NAPA both cited potential abuses from hacking into the infrastructure and stealing your identity to invading your privacy and knowing your driving habits. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like you got to be careful. Like what the people do with the information. That's there has to be rules, right? And I believe you're the one who needs to hold that power to decide who you're going to share that information with and how much of the information they get, right? So yeah, and then of course the wiki, right? We just went over that. So it's just so barbaric, right? Like I think that the check, like there's so many things, like this thing can automatically, like right now too, like when I get to work, I'm using this piece of software where I gotta sign in with my cell phone and then select the job, my trade, and then take a picture of myself in front of the job. And then same thing when I log out, right? Not that many, but I have to hit the stop button and take a picture of myself again out front. So if we had the technology of the chip that could do all this stuff automatically for us, like we could give access to our work, the computer, like our the time, like our GPS and our timestamp, and that's it. There's our timesheets, right? And you have yourself, your backend connected so that your invoice templates are getting filled out as well. So you're self-generating invoices, and then you're sending. It's like just so many possibilities. Like there's just so many possibilities, and I think that right, why not? If we can make ourselves more efficient, right? And I like that. There's so much time wasted on little tiny things that don't matter but are so time consuming, and like it would be nice to have a lot of those processes automated. I'm just saying, right? We've been automating machines for a half century now, I guess, right? Or not half century. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. Is a century 100 years? I don't know. But anyways, since probably since they've invented electricity, right? We've been automating processes. Actually, probably even before that, just with levers and ropes and rocks and whatever. Anyways, that's just where I see it going, right? We need to start automating ourselves now, right? I think that would be cool to be integrated with the network somehow. But yeah, those are issues, security and what people. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, I thought so. Oh man, it's been a long week, man. My damn legs are almost healed. Not almost, but they're much better. But yeah, oh gosh, trying to get everything done. I just haven't been able to. But I got a couple. I'm editing 3 videos right now. I don't know why 3, but I gotta just finish one and get it out. So I can work on the other ones. This is gonna be the last live stream from this house, by the way. We move into the new house next weekend, so this will be the last live stream from here. I'll be going live from the new house next weekend, so exciting. Yeah, right, this is the last one in this location, so we're moving into the new place. We're gonna get the keys on Friday, so yeah, we're excited about that. Excited about the new house, man. It's a pretty nice canvas to work with. You know what I mean? Like, I got some really neat ideas to make that place just like a castle. It's gonna be beautiful, right? Thanks, Vince. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I might have to go house tour. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. We could do that. We could definitely do that. I'll go live from my phone, and if Telus isn't installed, so yeah, we'll definitely be doing that. My next live stream, it might not be next weekend because we might just do a house tour and check it out and hang out. Is going to be cyborgs, basically cyborgs in construction and stuff like that. So it'll be cool as well. So yeah, unfortunately too, with me not being able to walk for like 6-7 days, I can't. I haven't been able to pack much, so yeah, awful. Good. Yeah, right. Yeah, just get new ones. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know, Vincent Carneglia. Yeah, do you know VCG Construction? Yeah, that's awesome. Now I that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, okay. No, man, so it's exciting, man. Like yeah, it's really yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm glad. I'm gonna be a lot more space, and yeah, it'll be definitely a lot more room, so I'll be a little better set up, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, we're looking forward to the move, and yeah, I'll share that with you guys. We'll do a tour for sure, 100%. We'll do a tour. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this last page. So yeah, so here we go. Radio frequency identification. Oh, is that, yeah, you know what? You can see that, Brandon. That's cool, buddy. That's good. That's cool. So an RFID tag consists of two parts, an integrated circuit chip and an antenna. The antenna can identify the chip even if it does not fall in its line of sight. So three types of tags: active, passive, and battery assistive passive RFID. So think about that too, right? So generally it would have to also have a power source, right? This RFID, right? That's also yeah, that's like whatever, man. This is cool, but it's not the tech that's gonna you know, it's gonna be they have to improve it a lot before I would consider putting it in me. That's for sure. Because yeah, one of these little things, no, I don't think so. But yeah, they gotta definitely get better. But oh yeah, here what's this one? Yeah, this one here too is another conspiracy one. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I got these bonus videos for anyone wanting to watch the bonus videos. The links are down in the description. I got bonus video 1, bonus video 2, bonus video 3. Yeah, man, this is all I don't know. Yeah, let me know. I want to know what everyone thinks about these RFID chips, right? And I think it could be very helpful and very cool. It's kind of getting there, right? Like it's getting there, right? We've been talking about a lot of technology here in the channel, and like with artificial intelligence and drones and the augmented reality, virtual reality, like this is crazy. Okay, they're developing deep dive virtual reality systems, you know, right now as we speak, and deep dive virtual reality. Okay, robots, artificial intelligence, microchips in humans, right? Cyborgs, you name it. Okay, the future is looking like a science fiction book did 20 years ago when I was a kid, you know, or more. Yeah, I think I was a kid maybe 30 years ago. I was 9. But yeah, so so like the ND and Douglas are both Canadian companies that ship them in a box. They take 72 hours to completely form. Yeah, right. true. Yeah. Okay. No, that's good advice, man. So yeah, and Vince, man, wow, yeah, the really good points he made today, about how like the intent behind how companies and and firms like banks would use the information. Yeah, that's, the before. I don't know, man. Is transparency good, right? Or is because without transparency, there's always, the devil's advocate to that is the companies are being manipulated by people as well, right? So they're trying to protect themselves, and I get that, but they seem to have more power than we do when we're when we're trying to protect ourselves in most of the time, right? So that's what's crazy about it, that's just not fair. That's not right. I think everybody should have equal responsibility, have equal responsibility, and have full, I don't mind transparency. I really don't. I don't like to lie. I don't. It doesn't never makes me feel comfortable anyways. And I find that just telling the truth, just straight up, just gets it over with real quick, and deal with, if you've done something bad or whatever, deal with the consequences, right? Live up to them. And if you don't want to deal with the consequences, then don't do shady stuff. So that's just me, right? But anyways, yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Christina, I know she was in and out. Eddie, man, right on, dude. Courtney, my beautiful wife, was here, still is, I'm sure. Dan the man, yeah, he's getting ready to come home from his trip. And I want to remind everybody, and Vince, if you haven't seen this guy yet, let me see if I still have it right here. This guy right here, he's doing Jeff Eatley or whatever. You got to check him out. He's doing a series on his dad, who is did 2 tours in Vietnam and a tour in Iraq. And he's still alive. So they're going back to Vietnam. So that's his GoFundMe page. I think if you go there, you can get more information on his videos and stuff like that. I can definitely, if you want, I can post his video on this subject in your Discord if you don't mind as well, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give Jeff a little plug there, so we can give him a little more support. That'd be great. All right, guys. So yeah. That was really fun today, actually. Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. Brandon and Vince, thank you, for coming. And Vince, really good points, man. We gotta keep ourselves protected all times. And like I was saying, you can't take away our right to choose who we give what to, right? That's just not the way it goes. But all right, so we'll see you over at Christina's Your Real Estate Whisperers stream in just over an hour, so an hour and 15 minutes, we'll say, unless you're going to 30 minutes early again, and in that case it would be 45 minutes. So you're very welcome, Vince. It is eye-opening and closer than we think, because they've been playing with this for a while. So but thank you. I really appreciate everyone for coming, and for your comments have been really great. Great conversation, guys. All right, have a good one. We'll see you real soon. Bye.